Hi. I like comic books a lot, but I stopped going to comic book stores a few years ago because every time I went, I didn't see anything I liked. So everything sucked. This sucks, this sucks, this sucks. Not the comic that you're looking at right now, I'm talking about the new stuff. Now, the reason I'm making this video today is because I've seen a lot of comic book videos. I've seen a lot of videos about comic books where people complain about how really bad the stuff coming out is today, and there's a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons why comic book sales are down. And I'm not going to get into all that because I think anybody who collects comic books knows all that. So instead of complaining, I want to pull out something that I really liked. This is from the Silver Age. And if you're buying reprints, especially from Marvel, some of those old Marvel reprints from, excuse my hand, you're going to see my hand a few times. Let's look at the data. This is the Marvel Tales. And this came out in, 1967? But then it's reprinting a comic book, Spider-Man number 13 from March 1964. These old Marvel Tales are the way to go. This is better than buying, God, what's that hard book? The hardcover book that they put out, those Marvel masterpieces that are really, really expensive. I like these old Marvel Tales better because it's the cheap newsprint. It's not the glossy paper. All right, let's take a look. So you've got this Marvel Tales, and these are the reprints of some old Silver Age when Marvel Comics were starting to become really popular. All right, so we've got this one. I chose this one because of that movie, Far From Home. This is what Mysterio really looked like. You've got an early Thor. We'll take a look at that. And a Strange Tales with, it looks like it's the Fantastic Four, but usually it's these stories are the Thing and the Human Torch. And then you've got a Wasp story. All right, these aren't perfect, but I enjoy reading these more than I do the new stuff. All right, let's take a look at that Spider-Man and see what's so great about it. Now you see, where is it? I gotta be careful with, I know people freak out. It's an old comic book, watch out. Usually I use coverless comics, but I love these covers. Now if you're gonna, that's the way to do a reprint. A few months later, they started actually adding original art to the covers, and I don't know, it was all right, but so here's a little preview. Yeah, the Colossus. That's not the same Colossus from the X-Men. All right, so what makes these Spider-Mans, these early Spider-Mans great? You've got Stan Lee, author, Steve Ditko, artist. Oh, they didn't do any of the crazy alliteration they do sometimes. And you see what Mysterio's up to right away. We don't need to go through the whole plot, but look at that Steve Ditko art. Everybody's ugly, but look at those facial expressions. And there's a lot of action. Even when they're just standing there, Spider-Man's got a pose. You've got Betty Brant. A lot of people don't know who she is anymore. Good old J. Jonah Jameson. Always get to feel his cigar, talk with the cigar in his mouth. All right, look at that great pose, great facial expression right there. Nah, everything's great, Liz. If anything gets better, I'll shoot myself. Yeah, look at the double take. And then the sarcasm. All right, see, that's good stuff right there. All right, I don't want to go through everything. So there you get the old Spider-Man reprint, and then yeah. This fight scene at the end where they're interrupting the video. Hey, that's Neil Armstrong right there. Okay, I'm kidding. This isn't the moon anyways. This is a science fiction movie that they're interrupting. All right, so you get the idea with the, yeah. See, yeah, these are fun. All right, so that's why Silver Age comics are good. You got the good artwork. I mean, it might look a little archaic by today's realistic kind of standards, but today those artists I said I wasn't going to complain about today's comics. All right, these are just fun. And then what is Flash saying? All right, then you go to, now this is from that Strange Tales, and okay, so sometimes it was the Thing, sometimes it was the Human Torch and the Thing. But they had a character from the Fantastic Four fighting a really stupid villain. The Torrid Two Savara. That's a lame villain. So who? That's Stan Lee again. And the art is Dick Ayers. Now, Stan Lee would churn out some stuff, but when you're writing that much stuff every month, not all of it's good. So there's a huge difference. There's a huge drop-off. These stories and the stories in the Fantastic Four And some of it might be because the Fantastic Four was drawn by Jack Kirby, and this art's alright for 1960s. It's not Jack Kirby. Alright, so you've got your Fantastic Four, or your Human Torch story. It's alright. I'll skip through a little bit of it. These villains are lame. Come on. Lame. Ooh, a spy pen. Are you serious? And then I'll make you a master of karate. Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah. A giant life-size karate practice dummy life-size. Yeah, now they use life-size dummies for other things, but we won't talk about that. I don't. I've heard about it. And then anyways, we'll go to, all right, now you get the Wasp story. And see, she's got her own story. And who drew this? Let's see. All right, so this time, Stanley, L.D. Lieber, and then Don Heck. I don't know if I trust a guy named Don Heck. Last name like Heck, it makes it sound like he can't commit. And then, let's see what this Wasp. Wait a minute, that's it? The Wasp got a 5-page story. Are you serious? That's all she gets? Come on, Stanley. And then we get Thor. Now, look at that. Okay, maybe the artwork on this isn't. Oh yeah, Al Hartley. All right. Now it's easy to find an old Jack Kirby Thor because Jack Kirby drew a bunch of Thors. But Al Hartley, man, it's tough to find an Al Hartley classic. When I sold my comic book collection, I had a couple Thors drawn by Al Hartley. I used to put in big bold letters, Al Hartley Classic. Like it was a big thing. It didn't work. But someone who bought a copy did say it was kind of funny. Anyways, look at that, because you can kind of see, proportions are a little off. This is not exactly the peak of Thor. You can kind of see why Thor maybe was struggling. It took some really good Jack Kirby art to see, and it's Stan Lee writing it, so it's the same writer as the Jack Kirby Thors that were so great, but it just shows how important comic book art is. Like great art can overcome mediocre writing, but mediocre art can sometimes make you not recognize good writing. And if I write that down, it'll sound a lot better. And all right, astronaut tough. Were astronauts really that ripped? I mean, I know they're in good shape, but were they really ripped? And must I lose? Should be a question mark right there. Yes, I must lose my hair. All right, anyways, that is what a great reprint looks like. And so instead of spending a lot of money on new stuff or buying those really expensive hardcover editions, you can get these pretty cheap. Even though it's 1967, someone's usually selling these. So, and then you get the nice, the newsprint paper, the cheap newsprint. So anyways, that's a copy of Marvel Tales, and I could read these. Whenever I get in the mood to read a comic book, I just pull one of these out. And so anyways, that's my video. And if you like old comic book reviews, I'm making more of these videos. And you can also check out my blog, Dysfunctional Literacy. I don't really talk about comic books too much on the blog. And I wrote a book. It's on Amazon called Crap Is Not a Bad Word, and that one doesn't deal with comic books at all. But if you like comic books, you still might like the book. It's cheap and it's funny, I've been told. So that's something else to check out. Thanks for watching, and I will, I never know how to end these videos. All right, thanks for watching. That's it, I'm done. Bye.